Hi amigas, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever YouTube video and I hope you guys like it. This is a video that's just going to teach you how I do my nails step by step. Sometimes when I'm live, I'm answering questions and I'm not able to get to all the questions and answers. So here it is step by step. I hope you guys like it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. And let's get started. With my file, I'm just going to file off the shiny top of my nails very gently. And now I'm using my cuticle pusher and I'm pushing back all my cuticles very gently as well. You don't want to hurt the nail bed. Now I'm using the other side of the cuticle pusher and I'm just scraping off all the dead skin from the cuticle, and the sidewalls is super important. This is, if you don't do this, you might get lifting from the nails, and we don't want lifting, so this really helps. Now I'm just using the brush to take off all the dust, and with my e-file, I grabbed a cuticle bit, and I'm just making sure that all that cuticle is off. It's on really low speed, and I'm just cleaning up those cuticles and those sidewalls. Now with the round ball for the cuticle bits as well, I'm going around the skin and getting all that dead skin off. Yep, look at that. It doesn't hurt. It's on a low speed and it just gets all that dry skin off. Next, I'm going to grab my Couture cuticle scissors and I'm cutting off all the kind of hangnails and all the little skin that I see just kind of popping up that didn't come off with that cuticle bit. These scissors are sharp, so be careful. Now we're going to grab our Couture full coverage soft gel tips and I'm measuring them to the size of my finger. If a nail is too small, you will have issues, so almost better for it to be a little too big and you can just file down the sidewalls. Now I'm grabbing my gelish pH bond and I'm putting it all on the nail, avoiding the skin. And this is just going to make sure that the nail oils are all gone. Now I'm scratching all of the nails. I heard that in the future they'll be pre-scratched, but this is super important, especially making sure that the sidewalls and the cuticles are nice and scratched because those are the areas you tend to get lifting, if any. So just scratch up all those nails and make sure that the sidewalls and the cuticle has scratching for sure. And we're grabbing the Couture primer and we're just priming all the nails, including the gel tips. And now we're grabbing the 1, 2, 3 Go press on gel in pink, and this is gonna give our natural nail a little strength. Make sure that you don't flood the cuticle walls or the cuticles with this product, so just avoid the side and just do a thin layer. Flash it under the light for 30 seconds. I find 30 seconds is my magic number for this step. So no more than 30 seconds. If you feel like you need the full 60 seconds, do it, but 30 is good for me. Now we're grabbing the Kiara Sky Light from the kit that I didn't like the kit, but I love this light. This light makes it so I don't need help doing my nails. Now I'm grabbing the nail and pressing out all the bubbles. So watch what I do here though. So what you'll see is that I'm grabbing the nail when I get to that part, but right now I'm flashing under the big light. So let me show you guys exactly how this works. So you'll see me grab a nail and we're going to grab that gel and I'm putting it around the cuticle and a little bit on the sidewall. I'm pressing down at an angle, pressing out all the bubbles, and I'm putting it under the light to flash cure. Once I got that good flash cure down, make sure that you clean off any spillage off the sidewalls and the cuticle and I'm going to put it under the big light for it to finish flash curing. 30 seconds is good for the big light because you're going to keep putting your hand under the light for all the steps. So again, put it on the cuticle, press down at an angle, push out all the bubbles, put it under the light. Yep, and then put it under, clean off the sides if you get any spillage, and then put it under the big light. And you'll repeat that for all the steps. This tip, I watched Max Estrada, from the owner of Couture, do this. It was the best tip and it's the best way to do it. You get less spillage and you get less bulkiness because you're not overusing your product. And then you do it again for the pinky. Yep. And then again for the thumb. You guys know that my thumb is always left for last. I don't know why. It's a habit of mine. I do all my fingers and then my thumb. So we're going to finish off baking that pinky, and now we're going to do the thumb. So we're going to do a thin layer of the pink gel on the thumb, avoiding any sidewalls or cleaning off any skin if it gets on any of the skin. Putting it under the light, baking it for 30 seconds. 30 is my magic number for this step. If you feel like you need the full 60, do the full 60, but 30 is perfect. We're going to put it under the light for the full 30 seconds, and then you're going to do again, put the gel on the smile line of the cuticle, and then you're going to press down the gel, pressing out all the bubbles, and you're going to put it on the light. And then before it bakes all the way, take it out, make sure you didn't get any spillage, clean off the spillage, and then your press-on gel nails they're on. I do leave my thumb in for 60 seconds because 30 seconds I find is not enough for the thumb, but it is enough for the fingers because you keep putting the finger into the light. Now with my 180 file from Couture, I'm just shaping the nail in my desired shape, shaping down the side walls, making sure that I file away anything that might have spilled out, and then going around the cuticle. Now I'm grabbing that cuticle bit and I'm making sure that those cuticles are flush to the skin. That's going to give you the most natural salon-like look. Most of the time when I'm out, people ask to see my nails. They think I go to a salon because the cuticle is so flush to the skin. I love this step, so make sure that you guys don't forget this step. Yeah, looks good. Just make sure that you do the sidewalls. Sidewalls are super important as well. And my file is on a low speed, like a 2 or a 3, because I don't want to eat up too much of the nail. I just want to file down any little edges that are just lifting or that will lift over time. Excuse me if you guys see that my hand's out of focus. It's my first video and I was kind of nervous, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now I'm grabbing my Couture buffer and I'm just scratching the nail, taking that shine off so that the gel polish stays on longer and doesn't peel over time. Also, make sure you guys don't over buff the nail because that can cause weakness of the nail. Now I'm grabbing my Couture gel paints and I'm painting on the smile line. And I'm using a super fine brush and I'm painting upwards, cleaning off the sides, and then using a thicker brush to just paint it up. One thing that you won't see me do is I put it under the light between layers, and I do about 2 layers of paint. These paints are super opaque and they're amazing to work with. They're way more opaque than polishes. I just loved these paints. So if you can get your hands on them, get your hands on them. I know Couture shipping is a little longer than most places, but totally worth it, in my opinion. So there we go, doing another finger, and then we're going to do that one. Look at that yellow. It's so pigmented. I love it. It's so neon. And I'm going to put it under the light. So I put it under the light between layers so that you get that little bit of cure, and then you put another layer on. Now we're going to do the pinky, same way, draw on the smile line with the fine brush and then paint it upwards, put it under the light between layers, and then do your second layer. I just love these paints. They're super impressive. Now we're going to do some foils. Now we're grabbing our butterflies, and I'm going to cut out all the butterflies that I want to apply on my fingers. On my nails, not my fingers, on my nails. I love foils because they make your nails look super artsy without being super artsy. Like, I would not be able to draw a butterfly on my hands, but these make it look like I can. So I'm just cutting them out, and make sure you don't cut them out too close to the design so you have some space that you could tear up. With foils, you have to pull them up like a Band-Aid super fast. Now I'm grabbing my Macart foil glue and doing a nice even medium thin layer on the nail, putting under the light for 30 seconds and putting my foils on, scratching them and lifting them. The tip to foils that I'm going to give you guys that nobody gave me, but I learned this the hard way, lift it super fast, like almost like you're ripping a Band-Aid off, like super fast. The faster you rip it off, the better the design will stay on. The slower you go, the more likely you are to pull up part of your design. So just put it on and tear it fast. I'm going to put a top coat on and then glue on the other one. So as I'm curing the glue, I'm also curing a top coat so that I don't leave the sticky layer on my fingernails, to avoid getting like, you know, any fuzz or like hair or any dust on the nail. Again, pull it up super fast and lay those designs down. I picked like a sporadic design so they didn't look uniform. So they almost did look like they were flying off my nail. Scratch it, lift it fast. And then I'm going to top coat the nail with the butterflies. And then I'm going to put glue on the other nail. And then I'm going to cure it. So I'm curing the glue and the top coat on the nail that's done at the same time. This is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of trouble so that you don't get any little fuzzes on your nails like I mentioned before. So again, peel it fast. I'm also using my rhinestone placer to pick up my foils and place them in the perfect spot. That's a great tip as well, because if you do it by hand, you might get them off and they won't look as pretty. There we go. Now we're getting to the pinky. And then, of course, the thumb is always last. I don't know why, but I always leave my thumb for last. Poor Thumbelina. Okay, so now we're doing the pinky. And I actually make a mistake on my nails, and I wanted to show you guys what the mistake was. So we're going to do the pinkies, pull them up fast, put top coat, and then do the thumb. Excuse me if you guys could hear me pushing my AirPods into my ears. My AirPods keep coming out. Okay, so we're going to put glue on the nails. We're curing the pinky with the top coat and curing the glue on the thumb. I think I cut out the part, but on this part, you'll see that my thumb already has the design on it. Well, the design, I didn't peel it up fast enough, so part of my design did not stay on my fingers. So I'm picking out new butterflies. And I'm going to grab a cleansing cloth with alcohol, and I'm wiping away the first design, and I'm doing another coat of glue, and then I'm going to do it. So as long as you don't put the top coat on, you can clean up any mistakes with alcohol. And so I set the glue, I put the butterflies on again, I peeled them up super fast again, and I had no more issues. So if you do make any mistakes, just don't top coat it and clean it off with alcohol and start again. I'm trying to pick out another butterfly to put at the top of my nail because I felt like it needed that third butterfly because the nail is so long. So if your nail's shorter, you might only do 1 or 2 butterflies. So it just depends on the length of your nails. So now I'm going to peel it up super fast. There we go. Now we're going to use the McCart rhinestone glue. This is the best rhinestone glue I found. My rhinestones stay on forever and they don't get gaps in between them and pull my hair when I put my fingers through my hair. And now I'm placing whatever desired size around the cuticle. This is an awesome tip if you're new to nails and you're trying to hide any cuticle mistakes. But because I used to do it this way, when I did have issues with doing my cuticle area and I wanted to hide mistakes, and now I just love the look of it. So I'm doing 3 little crystals on each nail just to add that shine to the nail. And it also just looks really fancy. So I love it. Makes you look like you're just bougie, you know, bougie on a budget. So now that we're done there, I'm going to cure those crystals. You don't even have to cure them for very long. 15 seconds is long enough. I always do 30 because I want to make sure that those crystals are nice and cured. So 30 seconds. There we go. Crystals are cured. Now we're doing the thumb. Poor Thumbelina. She's just always left for last. She's like that, you know, girl in dodgeball that gets picked last to be on the team because nobody wants her on the team. I'm sorry, Thumbelina, you're so important. Anyways, we're doing the thumb crystals. I chose bigger crystals because the thumb's a bigger area. And we're going to cure that one for 30 seconds. And we're almost done, guys. I hope I was able to walk you through how to do your nails and you're able to do this at home. There you go. Now we're going to grab our E-Nail Couture Cuticle Gel, and we're going to put the gel on the cuticles on both hands. And there we go. Butterfly, rainbow, French tip. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope I didn't do such a horrible job for my first video. I love you guys. Thank you, amigas, for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Make sure you guys comment in the comments like what kind of nails or like anything that you have questions on. I'm going to try to answer all the comments in the comment sections. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.